And as I opened the door to look in the room, I see a woman who somehow I knew was not physically there, leaning over the baby with her hands in the crib. And she turned to look at me. And the instant she turned to look at me, she disappeared. My first recollection of seeing the dead was when I was 2 years old. And I know that I was 2 years old because I'm 2 years older than my sister. And this memory involved her, and she was still in a crib. She was still too small to even turn over. This isn't a story that would have been told in our family because my mother doesn't believe in this. She probably wouldn't even believe the story if I told her, but I have a very clear memory of it, even though I was only two, about maybe 2.5. So I was sitting in the living room playing with toys on the floor. I know my grandfather was there visiting. Both parents were home. And I remember hearing my sister cry. Now, her room was down the hall. And because I was in the living room and the rest of the family was in the kitchen, I was the only one that heard her crying. So I got up and walked down the hallway and pushed the door open to the room. As soon as I pushed the door open to the room, I could see a woman standing next to the crib. She was wearing like a light blue dress, the 40s style with the crinolines underneath that had the really pretty little poofy skirts and the little short pumps that sort of matched her dress. She had very nicely done hair. She was very pretty. I knew somehow that she was a relative of mine, like she felt familiar to me, even though I don't remember ever having seen her before. But I knew she wasn't supposed to be there. Stranger danger. I knew she was not supposed to be in there trying to pick my sister up from her crib. I just catch a glimpse of her, and she's reaching for my sister. I don't think she could have picked her up. She wasn't physically there, but as her hands are reaching in, she turns to look at me, and the instant our eyes meet, she just disappears in a poof. Just boop, she's gone. I run down the hallway to my parents, and I'm trying to explain. I just remember, I don't know what I said. I don't remember that. But I remember the feeling of being really frustrated that nobody was understanding that I was trying to say there's somebody in the room. Obviously, when my mother went to go get my sister, there was nobody in the room. So they didn't believe me. But I remember my grandfather picking me up and telling me it was okay, that it was okay. And I think he must have understood what I was saying because I remember him making me feel okay about it. I don't remember exactly what he said. I think my mind has made it something like, we can't always explain things. And he would have been the only person in our family who was not an Adventist who would have said something like that to me. But I remember him making it okay that what I saw wasn't actually there. That is one of the only good memories I have of seeing the dead when I was a child. But yeah, it's wild.